Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Doodle Robot, and today I'm going to be doing a flip through of the classic comic coloring book. I did a flip through recently of my other classic comic coloring book that is specifically sci-fi and horror, but this one contains all genres of comic books. So for those of you who don't like horror or whatever, this may be more for you. I got this one from Barnes & Noble for $8, online, not in the store. Unfortunately, they did send it to me. It's faded. It's in a little bit rough condition, and they were selling it as new. It's got a crunched corner here. Again, faded. And there were some issues with the back, like it was very warped. I don't know how long it's been sitting in their warehouse, but it's kind of coming apart there a little bit. And when I got it, it was curled. I set some heavy books on it, but I think maybe it's an older book. It's been sitting around a while. However, I really, really like my classic comic book, sci-fi and horror one. And it's not a color by number, but you can look up the historical covers and just copy them, which I found to be kind of relaxing. This is a big book though. It measures 8¼ by almost 12. It's 11¾ inches long, so it's quite tall and a little bit skinnier than a traditional book. So this book's a little longer here and a little shorter than a regular size piece of paper. The paper's thin, but in my other book, I was able to use water-based markers, and they did not bleed through. I was super careful, though, because the paper is thin. And then just colored pencils. You could probably use gel pen and stuff like that. So you've got a few of the historical comic books there, and also some in the back. There's the back of the book. Some here. Like I said, this whole thing looks like it's going to come unglued here. This back page, I don't know if you can see that warping. It's already started to. I'll glue it back. All right, so let's begin. These are double-sided, thin paper, double-sided. But like I said, it took my water markers okay, although I was super careful. If you're not really careful with water markers, you're going to get bleed through. And this has a variety of genres. I don't know what genre this is. It looks kind of sci-fi, though. So there's everything, you know, superheroes, sci-fi, ghost stories. I counted in my other book, and I'm going to assume this one is the same, that there were 126 images in that book. So I'm going to assume there's close to that amount in this book. Brenda Starr, I recall hearing that name before. This one looks like horror. I don't even know what that one is. There's love ones. There's cartoony ones. Cannonball Comics. That looks like superhero. Buzz Sawyer. I don't know what that is. Captain Easy. Okay. Adventures into the Unknown. You get a wide variety here. Boy loves girl. You get the romance ones, the love ones, lady superhero there. Most of these, it will tell you the month, so you're able to look it up and copy, which I kind of like. I don't have any color by numbers, and I don't think I want any color by numbers, although I do like George Tufex's stuff. It always looks good when I see it online. But this is kind of like a color by number, except you just have to look it up and kind of replicate the image. On my one that I did in my other book, you know me, I altered it a little bit. I tried to stick to the true nature of the thing, but there were just some areas that needed some altering, just to make them pop a little bit more. Like you have red on a pink background or something. It's like, how are you going to see that? Scarlett O'Hara. Okay. Brides in Love. The Thing. So yeah, so this is just a wide variety. Crime Reporter. That one looks cool. This is a sewn book as well. So it lays, I didn't break the spine before I started. It lays just pretty flat. Look at that. He's so cute. T-Man. Another love one. Comic book for girls. Looks like was the intention there. The paper is thicker than Amazon paper, but it's not super thick like a Joanna Basford book or anything like that. Cowgirls. Scary Halloween stuff. And I haven't looked carefully between my two books. Here's the other one here. I really hope there's no repeated images because I would hate to have to pay for that. But this one's just sci-fi and horror. And let's see, the paper feels the same. Underworld Crime. Diary Secrets. Yeah, you can tell there's some that are definitely here geared towards women. And there's even a few cartoony ones, which are cool. Buster Crab. Seems like I remember hearing that name. That's very old. Here's a cartoony one. Zoot. So yeah, so there's some that are geared, well, I guess they're kind of all geared towards little kids. I could care less about reading comic books. I'm sorry, ever. But I do love comic book cover art. I just don't care to read them. If I'm going to read, I want to read a book. Oh, I did find that on these are not bordered. And for my own personal sanity on mine, I drew on a border. Because they just, if you can see here, they just end. So I needed a border. So I drew one on. See, they just end. But, I mean, it was easy to draw on because I had the lines there. I didn't have to measure anything. I could just draw it on there. I think I bought this book because although I couldn't find a flip through of it, there were lots of like pinup girl style drawings, and the Sheena drawings, and I wanted those things. Another little kid one here, another cartoony one. Actually, that might be one of the first ones I do. That's cute. Another little kid one. Brain. The Brain. Boy Loves Girl again. More cartoons. Yeah, these are really good. So I know some of you told me you weren't interested in the sci-fi horror one, but maybe you'll be interested in this one. I don't know. Maybe there's still too much kind of Halloween horror stuff in it for you. I do like the variety of this one. I still like the sci-fi horror one much better, but Pepper, I know I've heard that one too. She probably has red hair, would be my guess. More little kid ones. I think I got the book for Sheena. There's several Sheena pictures. I just like her leopard print outfit. Flaming Love. I feel like I'm flipping forever. So probably there's close to 126 images again. In my other book, I went through and numbered them because I didn't know how I was going to. I keep notes on what I do, and I didn't know how I was going to otherwise know what I was talking about. So I went through and numbered all the pages, and I will probably do that in this one as well. Heartthrobs. Oh, doesn't that look romantic? The Blue Beetle. Interesting. High school romance. Okay, so for high school girls. Some of these crack me up. Cowpuncher? Really? Cowpuncher? Captain Flash. I guess that was before Flash Gordon and the Flash. Another Brenda Starr one. Ghost Rider. Huh. I know there's a movie called Ghost Rider. With Nicolas Cage, I think. Possibly. I could be wrong. I'm not terribly into the comic, like, things like that. Wombi. Oh, I like this cover with all the African animals. That's cool. A cartoony one. This book seems a little more intricate than my other book. Probably because we're calling on different genres, but some of the drawings seem very intricate to color. The Monster. Fairy Tale Parade. I've seen this guy somewhere before. I don't know. In life, somewhere. My Love Memoirs. As the World Turns. All right, and this book also, no extra pages. It just goes cover to cover. In my other book, I created this, and I probably will do the same thing here for testing colors and stuff like that. All right, that has been a classic comic coloring book from Barnes & Noble. It doesn't list any. I'm sure there's a million illustrators from way back when. All right, I thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. Have a wonderful day. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.